Welcome back to another YouTube video on Mika's broadcast with people with disabilities. Episode 4 now, and this time it's going to be talking about me and my disabilities, which people don't really understand in life. You know, they think just because you can't do this, you know, that's not a disability. Number one, it is. I have a disability of reading and writing. You know, people think that's not a disability. It is. You see this chapter book? It's a WNBA player. Can I read this? No, I can't read this. There's a thing on my phone that I'm going to show you. Right here. That helps you read it. You have to pay for it, but I don't pay for it. I just delete it after I get done reading it and go on to the next chapter. But people don't understand. When I pick up a book and I be like, oh, I love this book, I want to read this book, and I'm like, I get a little frustrated. I don't get angry at myself. I get a little frustrated that I cannot read. I put it back. Once I start getting older, I found things on, on Apple Store or social media that says you can read this, you can do this. All you gotta do is take a picture of it and it help you read. Now you got Spotify that helps you read the book too at the same time. Writing, not my thing really. Can't really write that well. Can't really spell either, but it's okay. But what I want to talk about is my name is Tamika, aka Mika, aka Baby Girl, what people call me, aka Tamika, or just T. I grew up in a military family home. Mostly my whole family was in the military. A few cousins in the military. Did I ever want to join the military? Most definitely. But my disability was holding me back that I couldn't join at all. You know, anytime my mom would take me to work, I'd be like, ooh, 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 ooh. I'd go outside and just listen to them march, listen to them get information. You know, I come back and my mom be seeing my mom's face like, I know you want to, but you just couldn't. You know, is your family fine with it? Having, most definitely. Most definitely, my family has always supported me no matter what in life. You know, can you have kids? Can you not have kids? Some people with disabilities can have kids. Not all, but some can have kids. And some can drive too. I was able at the age of 21 to be able to drive. You know, it took me a long time. It took me 12 tries, but I did it. At the age of 30, I had a child. You know, things are possible and some things are not possible in life. You know, I get up like a normal person, go to work, 9 to 5 job every day, Sundays through Thursdays, every day. You know, so my daughter knows at the end of the day that her mother has worked her whole life. And there are programs out there that help you get a job. You know, I got my job through something else. Didn't get my job through a program or anything else. But there is programs out there that kind of help with disabilities and stuff. I used to take buses to work before I had a car. You know, there was a program called the Future Link, and I would just take it to work and get off at this one stop to get on the next bus to get on to work every day until I had the opportunity to learn how to drive. Was I scared to drive? Yes. And now I don't always like jumping in my car all the time, but I was always scared. I still get in my car and be like, wow, I have an opportunity to drive, to go to the store, to do all these kinds of things, to go hang out with my cousins, my friends, whatever. I have this opportunity, you know. I don't let nobody ever dispute me, doubt me, tell me what I'm not, because you're not in my body every day. You're not in my footsteps every day to always tell me this or not. Does it bother me that people say that, oh, you can't read or you ain't got a disability? No, it don't bother me at the end of the day. I put my headphones on, I keep on pushing, keep on walking, whatever. in life, you know. Like my mama always said, I'm not going to always be there for you. That's why I always put you out there. And I always understand that in life, and, you know, and I'm glad for that. But how is it when you go to doctor's appointment, dentist appointment? I do get scared because I always look to my right or my left like somebody's going to help me, and they're not. And I always got to tell the people at the counter that I tried my best, what I can, and they accept it. I tell them I have a disability, they accept it, you know. Especially with my daughter, too, at the same time. I don't always have somebody around me. It does scare me a little bit, but I try to keep on. Remember in my head that you got this. You can do this in life, you know. I do get scared when I be like, oh yeah, I want another job, working like at a government job or somewhere else. Because I'll sit there at the computer all day with one hand typing all day long. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at cash registers or whatnot. I've been at my job for 15 years, and that's what I like to do, you know. I'm still learning things a little bit, time to time. Like when something happens to my car, I try to learn it on how to do things on my own. So when I don't have nobody around, oh, I could do this, I could fix this. When I had my first car and something happened, I fixed the radio on my own. I did that. You know, I just went on YouTube and did it on my own. You know, and it's sometimes not easy and it's not hard. Like cooking, I do have help from my mom time to time. Like, am I doing this right and am I doing that right? You know, it's not me just popping something in the oven or the microwave all the time and be like, yeah, that's dinner. No, I try to learn how to cook food. Not professional like most people are. Get down to dirt. I ain't that like cooking like homemade pizza. Not there. Cooking, you know, a apple pie. Not there. I'm not a baker. Will never be a baker. But it's just me telling my story, you know. And I've been to some places like Germany, Korea, and all that stuff. I moved around a lot. But how was it in school? I grew up having to go to one different class all the time. And as I got a little bit older, you know, I started going to some of the same classes, you know, all the time, you know, every year, same classes every year, same classes every year. That I did play sports, yes, just basketball, almost my whole life up to high school. I stopped my senior year. It's because I had a job. People wanted me to still play, didn't want to play. As I got a little bit more older, about 2010 is when I really started playing Special Olympics. But we'll get into more details on my next one. But I did Special Olympics for maybe, let me see, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So maybe 5 years I did Special Olympics. Or when do I have to stop playing? Injuries. Just didn't want to play no more. Just wasn't that great. Not that great, but it wasn't fun no more to play. You know, traveling throughout Maryland. You know, I played with some wonderful people, you know, wonderful friends. And I still represent them. I still go to, when I can go, I still go. But this is just a little story about me, about my disability and what I have. And don't let nobody ever tell you what you don't have, what you can't do in life, you know. There's a lot of, you know, negativity, a lot of hate, a lot of whatever out here in this world. And people be like, yeah, you can do this, you can walk, you can do that. How you gonna tell me what I can't do in life? You're not there when I have to fill out a paper and I don't understand it. You're not there when I have to go out there and vote and don't understand who I'm voting for or what I'm voting for or whatever it is we're voting for in life. But just as this my story about my life. You know, I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell button. And I'll be back with another topic on my broadcast. I'm out.